Oh my goodness, I hate it when I don't record. So I just had a great session with the sisters that joined this morning. And of course, I forgot to record. And I know I love to send these recordings out to everyone who can't make it. So we did a lot of stretching on the floor. And I think that's probably where I'm going to start with you this morning. And we talked a lot about working on loosening up the spine area, especially in the lower back area where we get a lot of tension there from sitting, from lifting, from doing all kinds of things that can cause that extra pressure. And a lot of times it just makes the vertebrae kind of compress, and that can cause pain. So we're going to be working on that this morning, just sending a lot of love, breathing into it and exhaling whatever is stagnant. So what I want you to do is make sure that you have some kind of a mat, or you're laying on a rug or something soft beneath you so that you can be comfortable doing the floor exercises that we're about to do. So here we go. Before we do, give yourself a nice big hug. This is day 19 of Self-Love Challenge. Just send love throughout the body, just with gratitude. And exhale and inhale and exhale. And don't be afraid to say aloud, I love you. I love you, self. I love you, care. And let's go ahead and do some things that I think can really help you to loosen up that spine a little bit. And you can do this in the morning when you wake up. I'm just going to tilt this a little bit so that we can see the mat okay. Yeah. And then I'm going to go right to the floor today. Now, I think before we actually lie down and start to work on the spine a little bit. In fact, we can loosen up the spine just by doing this, just rocking, right? And you should feel that right there in your coccyx area, right? Your sitting bones, just rocking your sitting bones a little bit, lifting your hip. And we talked, when we did it live this morning, we talked about keeping good posture. That really matters. When we begin to just let things go and not allowing the core to be our engine, to hold us up, to give us strength, we're letting the core go, we're letting the shoulders go. And eventually that just pulls you down and it messes with your alignment of your spine. And when your spine is not aligned, you have the tendency to have more pain in different areas of the body. So we're just rocking back and forth, kind of warming up a little bit this morning. Oh, that's great. All right, and let's do a little twist too this morning. So you're putting one hand on one knee, and then the opposite hand goes behind you, and then you're going to twist and look, but I want you to breathe with this. So inhale for 5 and exhale for 5. Inhale for 5 and exhale for 5. One more time. And as you inhale, I want you to inhale where you're feeling your core area inflate as well. So it's nice deep breath. Inhale. And now exhale and flatten out that core and let that still, excuse me, let that stale blockage just kind of loosen up, open up a little bit, right? That stale energy. So we're going to go ahead and we're doing the same thing on this side. We're going to inhale and exhale. Don't forget what I said about the tummy, the core. Let that inflate a little bit. Inhale all the way up to the chest. It's open. And exhale. Again, let all that stale energy out. One more time. Inhale and exhale. How's that feel? Good? All right, we're going to rock back a little bit more. Doing great this morning. It's a little bit different than what we've been doing. We've been standing through most of our uh days of challenge. So this is new, right? Okay, and I'm hoping that you can see me okay. Yeah. All right, you want to stretch your legs out straight. And then yesterday we started, again, I want to make sure that you can see okay. I think so. Okay, yesterday we started just activating the legs and the knees by some knee tapping, right? So that's what we're gonna do, start today, we're just activating everything in here, right? All the way down to the legs. And again, we know that our knees, they don't get much circulation in this way. So this really helps in the morning. You can do this in the morning when you wake up, right? Just to get everything flowing. So we've been starting from the top of the head and going to the toes with tapping. So this is kind of just another form of tapping here as we're lying down, right? Getting things circulated. Notice what you're feeling inside. Sending lots of love from your hips on down to your toes right now. Inhaling and exhaling. And you know, while I'm talking, you should always be using your breath. And we've been doing that 5-5 method of inhaling for 5 and exhaling for 5. Right? Yesterday, we also did a little bit of toe tapping, and I talked about how toe tapping, especially, you know, if you've been going all day and then, you know, it's kind of hard to just fall straight to sleep when you're ready to go to bed. That's because your brain is just so active. And so what this does, toe tapping does, is it takes the awareness from the head and puts it into the toes, into the feet, right? And it actually is a very calming exercise to do. And so we're tapping this morning, just feeling what that feels like. We know that the toes don't get much of this type of circulation either, right? Sometimes they can cramp up because we just don't get that blood flowing to the toes. Okay, inhale and exhale. Inhale again for 5. And just feel that. Feel the sensation in your toes after that tapping. Feel the sensation around your knees, front and back and side. Do you feel energy moving there? You should. And that's such a good thing. Right? So this can become a part of the daily practice as well. And you can change it up from day to day, right? Some days you wake up and you feel like you might need some attention in a particular area. Maybe you want to really open up the chest. And then you do a lot of tapping in the chest, a lot of breathing and letting it out. Let's say you should always want to work on your core in the morning in some way, but you can do that standing up, and you can do that laying down, like right now, right? Where I'm tapping the core right here. Okay. So there are different ways that you can do you know, or activate the body, just get everything stimulated, sending love, sending positivity throughout the body to set your day. It's all very good to do. So I said we were going to work on the lower spine this morning. So I want you to just grab your knees. First of all, give yourself a big hug. Okay. And now I want you to just pull up. What we're doing here is we're stretching the lower vertebrae right here. And this is where we can get a lot of pain. We sit a lot. And we do a lot of things that causes pain in that back area. I know that I suffer from lower back aches, and this really helps me to address that and feel better, make the day in the morning. And quite frankly, when I do this, you know, my back feels pretty good. So it's a good thing to do. So now with this though, I do want you to have your chin to your chest as you pull your knees up. Okay. And just feel that stimulation. Feel that? Okay. And I hope you're breathing with it. Now, next, I just want you to park the legs a little bit, and then we're just gonna roll from side to side. But make sure that you're feeling some really nice pressure there on the lower back as you're rolling. Again, this is 20. This is actually what they give you to do for back therapy, you know, when you're having lower back pain. But we do this also in yoga and flex class, and a lot of different methods are attended to this area. So many people suffer from back pain, right? So we're just rolling back and forth. You're feeling that on your lower lumbar. 4 and 5 for me is where I get the back pain, and that really, again, it comes from sitting a lot on the computer, right? Think about the heavy things that I've carried, especially think about, oh wow, I carried 5 beautiful children, right? And not just inside, but outside, right? The toddlers. So that can really, it can throw your alignment off. Sometimes when we're doing things on a regular basis that might be heavy. Yes, I'm breathing. Good. I hope you're feeling good. All right. So what I want to do now is I want you to go ahead and put one leg down. Take this leg to the chest. And then I want you to stretch it over to the other side. So your knee is this way, but your face, your head is going the opposite direction. So you're going to feel a nice twist in here, right? That's what we want to feel. Inhale and exhale. Even if you're having a little pain back then, don't overdo it for, you know, just beginners. If you're right here, that's even fine, right? Just listen to your body, feel your body. Inhale and exhale. Again, inhale with a smile, even though you might be feeling it, and exhale. And you're letting that pressure out when you're exhaling, right? You're letting go. So very gently, stretch this leg down and pull the other one up. We always got to do both sides of things, right? Okay, so this time we're going to turn this way. You know, you're turning the opposite direction, you're stretching, you're feeling that in the lower back area, especially, right? Rounding the hips, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. Once again, inhaling and exhaling. Fantastic. All right, bring that leg back. Both legs are flat to the floor. And let's go ahead and let's bounce a little bit more, right? Because now that we've activated that lower back area, the spine there, we want to then let go of any energy that might not be flowing properly. We want to just get things flowing. Okay, again, we have tendency to have a lot of blockage in the lower back area. Now, I do want to tap the base of the spine a little bit, and we're going to make sort of a little bridge where you're lifting up like so, right? Chin to throat. And then you're just going to tap that area very lightly, very lightly. Just feel that vibration of tapping. We'll do this again tomorrow too. This is such a good release right here in a lot of ways. So you want to inhale and exhale. Inhale for 5 and exhale. How's that feel? It should be stimulating, should feel good. You're not tapping too hard, as I said. Just very gently. Inhaling. And exhaling. And just relax for a moment. right? We stimulated that area, so let's go back one more time to totally release, to bring all of that down. You're inhaling and exhaling. Inhale with a smile. Reflect on what you're feeling inside. And exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Now we're going to tap the toes a little bit to end our beautiful time with our body this morning, right? And these are some beautiful methods that I picked up from Body and Brain. It's a Korean method of breath and movement. And I've incorporated a lot of this in our 21-day challenge, self-love challenge, because they're easy things to do, and it just brings a lot of love and attention, allows your body to flow, your energy to flow so much better, and just leaves you with such a beautiful, positive attitude for the rest of the day. So I do love the Body and Brain method. The founder of this method is Elchi Lee. He's a Korean scholar and master in this particular area. And I love to incorporate these things in the things we do. Especially with this challenge, I haven't been able to have my music and speak at the same time. I think the Zoom is just on one track. And so if I had music, I would probably put more of the dance movements in there that I love to do and incorporate. But I'll figure that out. Next time we have a challenge, I'll make sure that we're able to do both and have music. But this is a nice way of being able to concentrate fully on the body. I always talk about inner standing, right? Getting to know yourself better each and every day. And you'd be surprised just in taking the time with self, giving so much love to self that you have so much more energy, right? Okay, so we are going to end there. You should feel some nice stimulation in the toes there. And I'm hoping that your back is feeling a little bit better this morning, right? Okay, so we are going to have day 20 tomorrow. It's only 2 more days left. I can't believe it. It's gone by really fast. And we'll talk about how we will follow up with this 21-day